Hi, I'm Rich, WB5YBZ, and I'm going to be talking today about the N3 FJP logging software for Field Day. Now, this is a great little software. You do have to pay a little bit for it. It's not really a bad price. I'm not going to say what the price is because it'll probably change, as years go by. But hopefully you'll really enjoy this software. It's got a lot of good things on it. Well, let's go on over to the program and let me show you how it works, and also some of the things on the 7300s that you might have to change in your menus. With that, thanks so much for watching. Let's go on over to the software.
When you first open up the program of the N3 FJP, this comes up. And this, you can all fill this in. You can get your latitude and longitude off QRZ if you look up your call sign. My class for field day is 1D, as in Delta, Oklahoma, WB5YBZ. And I'll hit done. And we want to go into the settings and rig interface. Now, hopefully you have the ICOM virtual port set. You put ICOM, notice it's not a 7300, but ICOM, COM port 4. I'm having the baud rate at 19.2 simply because I have that on my transceiver. Parity is none. Connection power is none. Mode determined by the rig. The data bits is 8. Stop bits is 1. Radio polling rate is 2. And this, I think this is just what it came with, is enable control keyboard tuning and use frequency on main form. Now, I'm running a 7300. If you're running ICOM, there's different numbers for each ICOM. You'll have to look in here to see what it is. On the 7300, it's 94. So be sure to change whatever number that was. I think it was 60 something, maybe 64. Change it to 94. And the same thing here. ICOM 7300 is 94. And as you can see, it's picked up the frequency and the sideband. Now, one of the things, I'm going to turn off the frequencies here, and I'm going to hit done, and then I'm going to go to settings and see where it says transmit phone setup, because I just use phone. I'm on COM port 4, rig interface. Now, if you scroll on down here, you can see that if you have on your 7300 a recording on your little card there, you can record messages. Mine's sort of like CQ, field day, and give my call sign. And then you put this command in F1, and when you hit F1, it should just play. Let me get over here. I'm going to hit test.
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. This is WB5YBZ, Whiskey Bravo 5, Yankee Bravo Zulu Field Day.
Okay, as you can see, just hitting F1, it goes straight to your transceiver to where that particular, mine's T1, or which will be the F1 that'll play, and then where it changes to 2, if I wanted a second one, maybe again or something, which I haven't programmed it in on my 7300. But that's where it is. So that's it on that. Now, something that I really like is on the 5 LAN. Let's see if here it is. Notice that Texas is so large. They have North Texas, South Texas, West Texas. And when you work that type of area in Texas or whatever, and it turns blue. On 3 LAN last year, I didn't work any 3 lands on field day. And everywhere there was blue is where I contacted all the 9s. I got all the 9s. Up here on the right, score statistics, it says total phone contacts 121. And the QSO points, or total QSO points, is 56. Now, if I was talking, the last 20 minutes, it'll tell me how many QSOs per hour, and the last, or every 20 minutes, or the last 20 minutes, and then the last hour, it tells me how many QSOs on. Now, I'm just gonna set up a fake call. I'm gonna say a guy calls me. I'm gonna call him CQ field day. This is WB5YBZ, and I'm gonna say, okay, N9 ABC called, and let's say he's 1D, and let's see, section is, let's say he's also in Alabama, and then I hit enter. Okay, now if you can see, he's at the top of the list, and 1D Alabama, the date and the time, frequency, blah 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 blah. Now, let's say you've worked a whole bunch more people, and this guy's going around calling people and telling their exchange reports. And let's say it's 2 hours gone, and you're calling CQ field day, and this N9 ABC calls. Down here on the bottom, it says possible duplicates. Up here it says possible duplicates. And then if you hit your tab, duplicate, it says duplicates. And you can hear it on the audio on your computer. And it says when you talk to him and what the number was, which is 130 up here. So I think that's pretty cool too. Now, if you want to, let's say you typed a wrong call sign, it was ABD instead of ABC, you can left click this left and hit edit. And then you can change this to AD. And then hit done. Now it's ABD. Or now you can click it on the left side, and hit delete. If you just want to delete. Are you sure you want to delete the record 130? Yes. Okay. So anyway, then when you start typing another, let's just put my call sign. And if you notice when I hit all the W's, you can see possible duplicates in here. And let's see if we can go, there's a 5, and see that sort of slows things down, or gets, and then I put a D, and then I hit a X, and then I hit a Q, and I'm going to turn this volume up so you can hear it. I'm going to hit my tab.
Duplicate.
So you can hear duplicate. So it just works really good. So a lot of fun, So you don't want to do a duplicate. You can tell them, I'm sorry, it worked you at 1928 or whatever. It's a very good program. Now let's go over to 7300, and oh, did I show you at the bottom 20 meters phone, the frequency? It shows the frequency, the call sign, and all that good stuff. And you can do a lot more in here. Oh, let's see, DX spotting, you can configure that. I didn't do this. Network, I don't want to allow duplicates, and various other things. But this is just loaded with different things that you can just play with. Let's see, was it grab? No, it's maps. Interesting here, I just wanted to show you this. These are the states I worked on field day, and as you can see, the white states I did not work. Hopefully this year I can work more of them, but this is just such a fun program. All right, now let's go on over to the 7300. Okay, so we hit the menu button at the bottom here. We're going to go over to set. We're going to go to connections, and I'm going to go scroll way up here, and I'll let you look. Is that all the way up? Yeah, that's all the way up. I'm going to let you see what I have set. Whoops, I hit too fast. There's the next page. And there's the next page. And I think that's all the way down. Okay, now I'm going to go back up and see that CI/5 or V right in here. I'm going to hit that, and I'm going to go all the way up. Did you notice the baud rate is at 19.2 or 19? That's the same baud rate as we have for our software. Now this 94, I don't know if I set that in the software. The 94 is the, I guess the code for 70, the address is the code for the 7300. Notice this transceive is on, and let's go on down. I also had this as USB baud rate as 19.2 here. You can't probably see it very well in the, since it's sort of blue. This is linked to remote also. And that's about it.
Well, there you have it. The N3 FJP Field Day software is really straightforward. It has a lot of really easy stuff to really log things in. I like the hitting the F1 on your computer and it plays whatever message you have recorded on your 7300. It saves a lot of time, and you're just right there on the keyboard all the time, so you're saving time and going on to the next contact. All in all, they have a suite which I bought because they have other contest logs and just a regular log, which is very, very nice. But hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to hear you on Field Day 73s.